very obsolete PCC Act 1986. And I believe that this cause is being championed by the present minister. And we are so happy. In fact, you see, when God wants to garnish something for you, He brings somebody that will come with a disposition that anything He lays His hands on, it will just pass through. We're so lucky to have him as one of the former House of Reps, former legislator.
I sincerely believe I was in your program in Lagos sometimes last year. Was it last year? Huh? Last year, yes. And I made some remarks. And of course, I stand by everything I said then, because they are as valid then as they are now. The private security industry is a critical industry in terms of our national security architecture. The industry cannot continue to run the way it is. The industry has to earn a place of pride and a place of respect. The industry is too critical to the national security architecture for us to handle it the way we are handling it. And for me, we do not have boots on ground in terms of police, in terms of NSCDC officials or paramilitary officers to effectively take care of 200 million people. There is a role for the private security companies to play. Protecting this industry is not just my responsibility, it is your responsibility, at least to the benefit of 200 million people. We are not saying you should exploit people, but bring a standard. We must understand that policy drives everything in life. If there are right policies, and with NSCDC supervising and making sure that there's strict adherence in terms of implementation of the policy, we will all come back in 2 years' time and be happy for it. So when people come and see sources, what I see is how to make the sources better. So we want to standardize the whole process end to end. We will need your cooperation. We will need to work with you. And I assure you, the ultimate beneficiary will be you and Nigeria. Because the reason is when people can trust you more, they will patronize you more. That's the truth. If people can trust you, they will patronize you. The problem today is that people are scared. People are worried of handing critical responsibilities to private guards. People are skeptical. People, they don't know. We have 200 million people to police. We have 200 million people to secure. We have, the market is there. This is the biggest market in Africa. The biggest black nation on earth. The market is there. The country needs you in a professional manner. The country does not need your quantity. The country needs your quality. Let us understand that. Please, I want us to say our minds, because after this meeting, it will all be about implementation. We need you to succeed. And trust me, I will not be minister here forever. But whatever legacy we plant will stick forever. I wish each and every one of us happy celebration. As we move on, please be free to say your mind. At this juncture, it's my pleasure to declare this open. Thank you.
what's the minimum that the ministry is proposing for someone to qualify to be a private security company?
No, to be a private security company, we said we're going to break it. It's a proposal. We're going to debate it. There will be about 3 different categories. You know, A, B, C, as we have those categories now. But we think there should be domestic license, there should be industrial license, and there should be a combo license, depending on the capacity of the companies in terms of technical know-how, in terms of their capital, and in terms of their reach, you know, national spread. You know, so these are things that we're putting into consideration. For instance, the skills that you need to secure a bank, you know, it's not the same skill that you need to secure a home. You know, there are 2 different things. The skill that you need to be able to effectively handle an oil platform, you know, or an oil and gas company or an insurance company, cannot necessarily be the same, you know, that you need, you know, when you are securing a school, you know. So there has to be the what we call categorization has to be on capacity, on competence, and of course based on needs, you know, of the customer. So these are things that we're trying to do. And above all, apart from categorization and the review of the licensing procedure and processes, we must also look at this the guard management system that was approved by FEC in December last year, which aims to give the power of verification, authentication, non-repudiation back to the people, you know, that we secure. Well, it's a key responsibility of government to protect lives and properties. We have seen it's difficult for me to live, as I said, in the room, you know, during my speech. It's difficult for me to leave my children with a guard, you know, not knowing maybe the guard has a history of, maybe he's a pedophile, you know. I need to be able to know. It's difficult for me to leave my wife with somebody that I don't know, maybe he's a rapist. It's difficult for me to leave my home to somebody that I don't know, maybe he's a burglar, you know. So background check is very important. So we want to be able to sieve that process, make our guards friends to the people, make them people of integrity, and of course ensure that once somebody comes in as a guard, we have his biometrics, we have his data. In case if there's any issue, we can track you and make sure that justice catches up with you. So this will give confidence to Nigerians, knowing fully well that they're not just bringing in strangers to their homes in the name of guards. Every guard will be well known to Nigerians because there will be a room to do a background check. And of course, beyond that background check, there will also be a room to be able to even recommend. There will be a room to be able to comment and even to commend, you know, these guards in terms of the platform that is coming up. So if somebody misbehaves and he leaves, of course, just like your Uber, that you can do rating. You can rate, you can put a word there. The next person that wants to employ the person, since every guard now will have a unique number, a unique ID number that is biometric enabled in terms of their ID card and their stuff. So we have your details. So with that number, with the name, with your biometrics, even if you change company, you cannot have 2 biometrics. So we will always have your record and be able to update in terms of your career progression and etc.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.